Okay, we are going to start with the service procurement processes. In the service procurement processes, we have two different kinds of services, the planned and unplanned services. We are going to create the purchase order. When we create the purchase order, we specify first the vendor. If you don't know the vendor, you can open the match code and search for the match code. I'm going to use the search term, and you can find via search term, or you can find it company code, by country, by personal number, by other different characteristics depending on how you want to search for your vendor. I am going to search by search term. I am going to select Atlanta, and I have the vendor. I expand the header information. In the header information, I am going to specify the purchase organization. In this case is for USA. The purchasing group is going to be selected by North America, and the company code is going to be in the US company. Once I select this header information, I collapse, and then I move to the item overview. In the item overview, I have the account assignment. I am going to choose the cost center because it's a service, and the service could be planned or unplanned, and it's not stockable. That's why I have to assign an account assignment. The material is going to be a service. In this case, for this specific scenario, is a customer service, then hours, and for the plant of Dallas. And I am going to enter the information, and I will have a warning message because it's asking me for the GL account. I am going to specify an expense account because I am buying a service. I am paying for a service, but this service must be attached to a cost center. I'm going to select the cost center. However, it's important to understand that you can define by default this match of GL account and cost center in order to avoid errors or mistakes, or you can decide to enter by yourself. Once you enter the data, I have another warning message. Can delivery date be met? I am created this on the 3rd of January. You can change. It's a warning message. You can continue or you can change the date if you want. In this scenario, I am going to change it just to show you that the warning message is going to be disappear, and I am going to save it. I have the standard order, and when you have a standard order, and in the key process flow, you manage the entry sheets. Here we have a service entry sheet. You search for the application in the service entry sheet, and here you link to the purchase order. For this entry sheet, it's important to specify that the material group must be defined. I am using a material group that requires a different kind of entry. I am going to use the traditional post-good receipt, and I am going to specify the purchase order that I have already created. It's the number 4, and in this Olympic protective gear is my vendor, my purchase order, and I am going to accept the service. I emphasize that I am going to use this application because I am using a different material group. I am going to post it. Once I post it, it is possible to generate the invoice. Okay, so once you purchase or enter the service, you can generate the supplier invoice, and with the supplier invoice you specify the date. In this case is the 3rd of January, then the amount that you know that is going to be for 10 hours of $20, and the PO reference I am going to specify 450004, and you click enter, and then it's automatically populated. So you have here this purchase order, and the balance it's already corrected. Okay, I am going to post it. And once you post it, you can also display. I can go to home and I can display. Remember to go to the space and to the page and to the sector and the tile for display purchase order. And the display purchase order, this is my purchase order. I can see the account assignment that was created by this specific service, and I can click here in the purchase order history and I can see the invoice received. In this case I use the goods received application, but I show you that it is possible to use also the service entry sheet, and I am going to show it with a notification plan maintenance service. Well, with this information of display, the display of your where I have it, standard purchase order, you have here the history, and also you can create the document overview on, or you can click here and select for my purchase orders if you want to see them. Here is the purchase order history, and I can go here to the invoice, and in the invoice I can go to the follow on documents and to see this procurement invoice, but from the point of view of finance. Yes. And with this on finance, you can change also the layout if you want to change the layout. If you don't want to change the layout, it's okay. Here you have the different characteristics, and you can see from the different points of general ledger view, entry view, depend which view you need to show. And with this, we end the process of the services from the point of view of finance. Thank you very much.